Hello everyone. Today, we are going to learn about a new topic, Robert Browning's My Last Duchess. This dramatic monologue explores themes of power, control, jealousy, and the objectification of women. Published in 1842, the poem is set during the Italian Renaissance and is spoken by the Duke of Ferrara, a historical figure. Through his conversation with an emissary negotiating his next marriage, the Duke inadvertently reveals his sinister nature and the circumstances surrounding his late wife's death. The poem begins with the Duke showing the emissary a portrait of his late wife, referring to her as "my last Duchess." He describes the painting as so lifelike that it appears she is still alive. This seemingly casual remark introduces dramatic irony, as it hints at her death while reducing her identity to an object, a painting he controls. The Duke keeps the portrait behind a curtain that only he can draw, symbolizing his authority over how she is remembered and viewed by others. As the Duke continues, he criticizes his wife's behavior during her lifetime. He accuses her of being too soon made glad and too easily impressed, implying that she found joy in simple pleasures and did not prioritize him above all else. He lists examples of her perceived flaws, her appreciation for sunsets, gifts from others, and her cheerful demeanor. These qualities, which might be seen as virtues, are portrayed by the Duke as offensive because they undermine his sense of superiority. His jealousy and possessiveness become evident as he resents her for treating him as just one among many sources of happiness. Eventually, the Duke reveals that he gave commands, then all smiles stopped together. This chilling line strongly suggests that he had her killed because she failed to conform to his expectations of obedience and exclusivity. The exact method of her death is left ambiguous, but Browning's deliberate vagueness heightens the tension and horror. After this revelation, the Duke transitions seamlessly into discussing arrangements for his next marriage, treating it as a business transaction. His lack of remorse or reflection underscores his callousness and view of women as possessions. The poem concludes with the Duke pointing out another artwork, a bronze statue of Neptune taming a seahorse, symbolizing his authoritarian nature and desire to dominate. Just as Neptune subdues the seahorse in art, the Duke seeks to control those around him, particularly women. Browning uses My Last Duchess to explore psychological complexity and societal critique through its dramatic monologue form. The Duke's speech reveals more about him than he intends, his arrogance, cruelty, and inability to appreciate genuine human qualities in his wife. His obsession with power extends beyond life itself, as he dictates how others perceive his late wife through her portrait. The poem critiques societal norms regarding gender roles during both Renaissance Italy and Victorian England, exposing how women were often treated as objects or extensions of male pride. The poem's form is written in rhyming couplets, heroic couplets, with iambic pentameter. Browning employs enjambment extensively, allowing sentences to flow across lines without pause. This technique creates a conversational tone while maintaining poetic structure and enhances the dramatic tension as the Duke inadvertently exposes himself through his speech. Browning's language is meticulously crafted. Euphemisms like "I gave commands" mask violent actions while revealing the Duke's authoritarian mindset. Symbolism plays a central role in My Last Duchess. The portrait represents control over memory and identity. The Duchess is frozen in time, reduced to an object for display. Similarly, the bronze sculpture of Neptune taming a seahorse reflects the Duke's desire for domination and mastery over others. These symbols reinforce the themes of power and objectification that run throughout the poem. In conclusion, My Last Duchess is a masterful exploration of power dynamics, gender roles, and human psychology within its historical context. Through this chilling narrative, Browning critiques aristocratic pride and possessiveness while inviting readers to reflect on societal norms that dehumanize individuals in favor of control and status. The poem remains one of Browning's most celebrated works for its intricate character study and timeless relevance. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel for more updates. See you in the next video.